Hello everybody, I'm Filippo, the Artistic Director of the Museum of Contemporary Digital Art. Today I'm with Thato Tatai. How are you, Tato?
Hi, Filippo. I'm great. Hi, everyone.
Hi. Tato is a South African artist whose work transports reality into an abstract dimension of primitive shapes and exact patterns, entrusting narration to the balance of forms and shades. I'm particularly personally proud to host this interview because Tato has created a brand new work for the permanent collection of MoCDA. The piece is titled Head and will be exhibited for the very first time at NFT Paris on the 24th and the 25th of February. One of the main missions of MoCDA is to give the opportunity to all figures involved in digital art to explore new approaches to the creation and development of art projects. Tato's work has always been under the radar of MoCDA, and it's just a pleasure to finally welcome one of his pieces to our permanent collection. Tato, can you tell us, what inspired you to create Head?
Um, well, um, I've I've followed the the subject matters of modern art, and I started exploring the the body,
Mhm.
and some of my favorite parts would be the head. It's my favorite to depict. And figures in different positions. So this is just a further exploration of that theme.
Mhm. What techniques did you use to create Head?
Um, the idea started on paper, like most of my compositions, and I drew that in Rhino, and then I rendered it. And yeah, the rendering would obviously involve the texturing as well.
Thank you. What role does Head play in your current research?
Um, it's about finding different ways to approach the same subject matter until I basically run out of ways. So um, yeah, that at the moment I'm enjoying the profile view. So it's a further exploration of angles and new configurations, basically.
Mhm. I see. What inspired you? And I suppose this is a very, very complex question. What inspired you to become an artist in the first place? What's your background?
Um, I I was a graphic designer for about about 2 decades, and but I worked in like the more industrial side of things, um, and it was mainly signage and building cladding, um, and yeah, so I've always had an interest in drawing and in art itself. No, I remember that I wanted to pursue art, but it's not very easy
It's not.
to just do that. It took a while. Um, it took a while before I could actually conceptualize something, and I also had the challenge of looking at digital art as art. It was a bit difficult to find my edge or like a style, and the I guess my background assisted with that. I used the same software that I would have used in my professional or in the industrial design side of things. So it was just about applying an artistic view on what I'd been doing all along, and using the same techniques more or less. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's my background.
Do you feel like did it ever happen to you to use certain techniques you learned uh, for your art activity in your more industrially tailored projects, or was it always the reverse?
I would say it's more the reverse, because the industrial stuff came before the art. You know, like I first started with, like, printing t-shirts, so creating artwork for t-shirts and customers, and that was my first job. And then I moved on to being a machine operator, a laser machine and CNC operator. And in that job, I used what I'd been using at the t-shirt place, you know. So all of it has basically been building up over time, you know, like layers of skills, and up to the point where I could actually apply it to art.
Oh, thank you. Are you? I'm just very curious, I suppose. Are you looking into new tools that you may want to explore with in the future right now, or you are very focused on on the tools you're using in these weeks, in these months?
Um, at the moment, I'm pursuing code a little more intensively.
Mhm.
Um, I'm hoping to translate some of my style into the code. It's very difficult, um, but I think the computer is my main tool at the moment. It's my tool of choice at the moment. I think that it reflects the times. So yeah, this is the tool that I'm going to stick with for the moment. And then in terms of software, I'm always looking for new ways. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's code at the moment, and more of the old stuff, I guess, and just enhancing that, and learning every day.
That's the purpose of being an artist, or of being a person working in the art field, after all, isn't it? I suppose I must ask you this question because it's 2023. Are you interested in working with AI at all? Like, do you see yourself at a certain point experimenting with AI, or is it something that at the moment is not of your concern in a way?
Yes. I recently did a course with Parsons
Hmm.
online, and it was focused on AI. Um, I've used AI in my music in the past because I can't play any instruments. So I like to use different synthesizers and any tool that can basically help me write chords or melodies. So I've been using AI already in my music. I use it for conceptualizing. Um, I think of it as an extension of the computer, you know. So I can't be afraid of it. I have to embrace it.
I understand. Speaking of which, what have been some of the biggest artistic challenges in your career as a creative?
um, I would say finances, managing finances, planning for taxes, very important. And then more than anything, managing your energy levels, your creativity. You know, sometimes you just can't go on, and you need to be able to step away. You know, and
Absolutely.
not just make art because you need to keep the lights on, or whatever, which is a bit of a luxury. But yeah, it's been a challenge, striking that balance and just recharging, after yeah, after producing a lot of work, yeah, you need to take a break and recharge um, and sort of, yeah, just find your way.
Mhm. It's about finding a good balance between being creative and and producing works, and just as you said, recharge your batteries. Otherwise, you just go crazy, I suppose.
Yes,
Um,
it's
I wonder if you hope to convey any message in particular through your art, or if you feel like your works are not meant to convey a specific message to the public.
um, well, the first part is abstraction as a whole.
Mhm,
Um, my work, the 3D stuff in particular, is focused on abstraction. I'm inspired by futurism, the still Bauhaus a lot. Cubism. So and some of it, um, yeah, some of it is sort of present in my work.
mhm,
But in terms of subject matter, the subjects change depending on the moment, and more than anything, um, like when you think of the history of abstraction, just abstraction
mhm,
in art, I like it because that's where the West meets Africa.
mhm,
So it's for me. I thought of it as a starting point, um, to explore Western art and African art at the same time. You know, um,
mhm,
without being um, too obvious, I guess, and while using modern tools. So I wouldn't say that there's a particular message, but it's more about my view of the world, which is also based on my past and my environment. So I'd say yeah, more than anything, it's just more about how I view the world or how I think of things, and sharing it with other minds.
Oh, thank you, Tato. It was, just amazing as always to learn more about your work, and of course, had the piece you donated to MoCDA's permanent collection. I just want to thank you for your time. Again, it was amazing meeting you. I have just one message for our public. Um, Please, please, please stay tuned for more updates and news about the other two artists presenting, their new works with us, MoCDA in Paris. And, just stay with us in the next few weeks to learn about how you can support the museum's